Hello everyone and welcome to this week's energy activation reading where we're going to have a look at what energy is being activated, how you can support this energy and what it's going to bring forward in the coming weeks. I am picking up on the collective energy, so please just take what resonates, and this energy could and will activate in your life in different ways. It could be around you, within you, in your community. So let's have a look first of all with the Earth Magic cards and see what is being activated with the Earth. Okay, so we have here two cards that have popped out together, and we have here autumnal equinox release and cave sanctuary. So I'm going to look into them a little bit further in a moment. I'm just going to get out now the numinous, or I don't know how to pronounce that, the astro deck, and we'll just see what astrological energies are being activated as well. And we have three. There's a lot of messages coming out, so it'll be interesting to see what comes through here this week. We have the energy of Sagittarius, we have the energy of Uranus, and we have the energy of the Sun. Beautiful. Okay, so what am I seeing here? What am I feeling here with this energy this week? I want to point out here that for those that are in the southern hemisphere, that we are coming up to the autumn equinox. So it is a time of releasing the old. And for those of you who are not in the southern hemisphere, then I just feel like this energy here of you coming into the springtime, and you releasing any energies that have come up from the winter. Because to me, I see the winter time, for me it's a time where I tend to go within. It's a time where I'm not doing as much as I normally do. And when it comes into the springtime and the summertime, whatever I've been working on, whatever I've been gestating on in the winter months, I will then bring to life in spring and autumn. So I feel like with this shift in energy change, I feel like this week that you are going to be releasing the energies of the winter and coming in to the brighter, and we do have the sun here, so coming into newer energies, newer beginnings here. Again, I see here the sanctuary, so perhaps this week it's also asking you to take some time to go within your own inner sanctuary, to find a space where you can just be, a space where you can get creative even, because I'm seeing the man here is getting creative. He's drawing in the cave here, and because he's alone, he's not being distracted, so he can really channel his spirit and bring through some information for himself and for others. So this could also be another message here of this week. Perhaps there is something that you can bring through in a creative project, or something that you can share within your community this week that's going to help others. Or this is just an energy here of you going within, spending time with yourself. I want to mention too, we do have the fire, and I almost forgot to mention that before I started this reading today, and sometimes the energies will come through a lot earlier. I was seeing the dragon, my dragon sort of spirit animal guide, and to me that means is like he's the fire dragon, and it's all about like the fire within, and growing that fire of passion, growing that fire of your inner spirit, your inner spark, and allowing that to carry you forwards here, but to also be mindful. And it's interesting because my last journey with the dragon, I was taken into a cave, and he's actually reminding me of the conversation, of the teaching that he was giving me about the flame, and what the flame represents, and also in regards to like sorry, there was a distraction outside. I got distracted again. Okay, I have to point out here that the dragon guide was also teaching me about distraction, because I do tend to get distracted. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's a message as well. It's about keeping focused on your passion, not getting distracted here, not letting the fire go out. He's not facing the fire here. There's every chance that a breeze could come in and blow that fire out, okay? It's just an example, right? But it's talking about keeping focused on what your goals are, your passions are, and I'm also hearing keeping in alignment with your own integrity, and sometimes spending time on your own in your own sanctuary. You are keeping in alignment with your own integrity, all right, and releasing anything that is not in your integrity, releasing. And I want to point out with this card here that to me it's very overgrown. So I want to say, what is it that needs pruning in your life, so that you can make space for new to come in. And I do feel like for some of you it's a time of like releasing the old and planting new seeds, and for others of you it's time for those seeds to grow. It's time for those seeds to get life here with the sun energy. This is essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, honor, masculinity, distinction, right? Childishness, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, and father energy. And here we have masculine energy here. So what I'm seeing here with the Sagittarius energy, for some of you I'm feeling like, I'm being drawn to the plane here, and it's not to say that you're traveling where you could be, but I feel like there's more about power here. There's something about power, and I'm seeing the horse as well. Okay, there's something about moving forwards with power, and again that comes back to the inner power, that inner force within. What's standing out to me as well is the word risk taking. Right, so I feel like for some of you this energy of you coming into your integrity, you're going to be able to realize what it is that you want to take a risk on. It's going to give you the enthusiasm to do so, the energy to do so here with the sun. Now with the Uranus energy here, I'm seeing what's standing out to me is that this, as a lot of you may know, this is a very revolutionary time. There is a lot of change. There is a lot of awakening that's happening in the collective level. And I feel like this is more so talking about in a collective level, which is happening around, is this revolutionary energy. And what I'm hearing from Spirit is looking at it in a positive way, looking at it as this being a big time for you to change your life, to reform your life, because even though it feels like we have barriers at times because of what's going on in the world, it's time to look at where we can control and where we can change, and bringing that forth. I feel like for some of you, and I have to mention this because it is coming up, that some of you have something rising within you, like that you want to make a change. I feel like some of you sort of like have a mission to make a change in some way. It's very revolutionary. And so for some of you, you might be brainstorming on this. You might be looking at how you can make a change. Now this could be, and this goes very well with the cave and the release energies, because, you know, when you come to this space of, you know, I want to say coming into your integrity, coming into realizations, it fires your passion, it fuels your passion, right? And you then have these brainstorming moments, awakening moments. Hey, right, this is what I want to see in my world, right? And how can I create this in my world? And or you might be seeing what's happening in the larger stage of the world, not just in your internal world or within your personal world, but in the world view. You know, where can you make a change? You might be brainstorming on how you can be in the forefront of this change. I feel like, I really get the feeling for some of you watching this, you have some very, very genius, very special and unique insight that you have to bring to this world at this time. So I want to say trust in that. Let it come through and release anything that's getting in the way of that. It makes sense because with this Sagittarius energy, you know, it's independent, and it's sort of ready. It's not going to put itself in a boundary. You know, Sagittarius is ready to go forwards, to take a risk, and believes that they can do so. As I said, I feel like with the horse and the plane, it's like that power. I'm moving, I'm going in that direction. And with this Uranus energy, it's very powerful. This is a very new direction, a very new breakthrough energy, revolutionary energy here. And I see with the Sun that you are being given the power to do this. You're being given the support, the go-ahead to move in the direction that you are feeling deep inside of you. I'm also hearing that for some of you, perhaps you're holding space for others to do so. Perhaps you're feeling like you want to support a cause. This is really, really very strong energy this week. Let's see what the angels want to say. We have leadership. Archangel Gabriel, it's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Or this could be you supporting the leadership that you feel is going to be for the highest and greatest good of all. But I feel like for most of you, this is about gaining your leadership in your life. And in your purpose. There is, again, we've got the sun here, we've got yellow here. It's time to release anything that's not in alignment with your highest strength, with your self-power, with your integrity. It's time to cut the weeds out. It's time to remove the loose, I don't know why, but loose cannons came into me. Perhaps there's some people around you that are loose cannons, and if that's the case, it's time for that to be moved from your life. It's time for you to take leadership, and what do you want in your life? What do you want? It's time. Look at the trumpet. When I see the trumpet, it's like that calling. What is your calling, and what's being called forth? Because we're all being called forth at this time. And oh my goodness, the cards are going everywhere. And you know, I don't often say this in my readings, but I'm hearing it from Spirit so strongly. It's time to step up. We all have to step up. And I'm hearing this like this, same words, are we truly listening to our inner directive? Because it's no longer a time of us looking to the higher powers. It's no longer a time of us looking outside of ourselves. It's now a time for us to be following the inner truth. It's now a time to follow the inner integrity, inner power. You have the power to make the changes. How do you want to see this earth? How do you want to see your life? And I feel like the strong message I'm getting here is the more that we follow that truth and that integrity, and we all follow our own missions, we will make a really great change. Because I'm not talking about here just following some other cause or following what you think you should be doing, or, getting upset or getting angry about things. No. This is about taking that power within, taking the control from within, like your own inner power, and following your mission. And if we all can do that, we can make a great change on this earth. Because we all have a great mission. We have claircognizance here, Archangel Uriel. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. This is telling you what your mission is and what your steps are. Listen to it this week. Very strong here. Healthy lifestyle. Eat a healthful diet and get adequate sleep. Exercise regularly for optimal health. This will help you to become that clear channel. And we have passion again. We've got that fire coming in. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Because you got the power, remember. We have to remind each other of this power and not fall victim to what we see outside of us in the world right now. The restrictions put upon us. No, we are not restricted, and we know that. What are we going to do? We are going to follow our own lead, our own inner power, our own inner directive. All is well. Archangel, there we go. Archangel Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. So know that all is well. Alright, not to worry, all is well. Okay, I'm going to leave you today with just a few of the Universe Has Your Back affirmations here to help. We have the moment I realign with love. Question is presented to me. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for extending my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Yes. Releasing here. And the last message we have is there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Yes. Absolutely. So those are the messages that I have for you for the week ahead. I send you so much love. Bye for now.